All right, so let's have us a little conversation about this whole 0 point Weight Watchers thing that Cole is talking about right now, because y'all know I follow Cole, and I've only been doing that since I got involved with the sugar diet. Now, my channel was independent solo, doing my own thing with food reviews and stuff before the whole sugar diet fiasco. And the month of May, during the sugar diet, it was great. It was perfect. Everybody was happy. Everybody was together. Protocol was in place that was working. The part that people don't like is, the low fat part of it. And I know Cole said in the absence of protein, and if you go back and watch my videos, I've got them in a playlist. I only maybe went 2 days tops with no protein and just did, fruit smoothies mainly just fruit smoothies. That's what I was eating. Fruit smoothies and, every now and then I'd sneak out and get a salad, and that salad would have some vegetables in it. And I still wouldn't even eat the protein in those sometimes because I was avoiding it, keeping it rock bottom, but I would still stall out on the vegetables because the vegetables did have, I guess, trace amounts of protein in them. But the stalls were never long and they never lasted. And that's kind of the experiences that I have now doing low fat. Low fat, mostly protein based type of diet. So basically what happens is instead of having steady weight loss, even though it looks like a stall, big drops happen all at once. Like literally all at one time. Like maybe 3-4 pounds drop. And that's not because you've lost that much weight in a day. That's just how different it works compared to the protein not being there, because your body holds on to that protein a little longer because it uses it. Makes sense, right? That's how muscles being developed, stuff like that, I think the body kind of, gets rid of things it doesn't need very fast, like sugar. Even though it uses it for energy, it converts things into sugar, like protein into glucose. It does that. It holds on to it longer. So the effects are the same. It's just maybe slightly slower, but that's not, none of that's why I got on this video, and I'm making an extra video tonight as I'm walking off my last steps for today. I come on here to talk about this Weight Watchers thing that's going on, and what I think about it. And here's what I think about it, because I see, people up in comment sections and stuff saying different things and stuff about, his new thing is this Weight Watchers going on, the 0 point Weight Watchers. So I've looked into it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's something I've already been doing. This low fat thing that I've been doing, the foods that I am eating, the foods that I have been showing you over the past month, is something that I've already been doing. You could try to argue against that if you want to, but think about it. Last week when I was making that dish with the canned tomatoes, kind of like a pasta dish. You know, I throwed some broccoli in there, of course, you know, but it was basically a pasta dish, and it had the ground turkey in there, the lean ground turkey. And it had the hearts of palm noodles in there. Well, the hearts of palm noodles, the turkey, the ultra lean turkey, and all of that fall on that 0 point Weight Watchers list already. So this is something I've already been doing. It's a no-brainer for me to I reached my step goal count. It's a no-brainer for me to go ahead and join into that community. I mean, look, the sugar diet, it got under attack. The carnivore gurus, small-time channels were getting attacked, you know, by different other mid-sized to small-sized channels. And once that started happening, a lot of the people got scared to even post. I was still posting, you know, for a little while there. In the very beginning, I said I wasn't crazy about the sugar term. You know, you can find it somewhere in my videos where I talked about, you know, I wasn't crazy about it. The absence of fat was the message that I believed in. So when we went low fat, that was right up my alley. But there seems to be more resistance against it than there are, you know, people jumping out there to be willing to be helpful for the cause, you know. Even though they know they can make the cause work, even though they know it's working for me. They know, you know it's working for me. If you're waiting around till July the 31st to look for some kind of gotcha with me, you might as well leave now, because that's not going to happen. Sorry. If you honestly, like one of my subscribers who know me best, don't think that I ain't been keeping track a little bit along the way, then you don't know me at all. Or I wouldn't be sitting here talking the talk unless I could walk the walk at the end of the day. That's funny because I'm walking now. But yeah, it's a no-brainer for me to join that 0 point Weight Watchers. I'm already doing it. And that would probably get me more community, you know, get me in a space where I could draw more community, because this community split into two different entities when the sugar diet crashed. When the sugar diet fell, the ones who wanted to preach the sugar message, they're not preaching it. They're just gone. They're just gone. Either they quit making content altogether or they're gone. I mean, if I wanted to still push that message, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But you know what? I can't push a message that I can't defend against. I can't defend against the sugar. I can't. No one can, and they know it. And everybody knows that they can't. But they want to look for the blame game instead, because it makes them feel better about the message that they cannot push. Because if you could push it, then that's what you would be doing. You would be out there pushing it now. And you're not. And the reason you're not is because you can't defend it when it comes under attack. So here we have a low-fat protocol, and then there's two communities. You can go off into the vegan side of the community, the plant-based side of the community, whatever you want to call it. And that's the community that doesn't support me too much anymore. Sad to say, because I still eat the protein. I still eat some animal in my diet. You know, with the poultry and stuff that I eat, you know. That was never going to go anywhere for me. That was never going to go anywhere for me. I was always going to eat some kind of animal in my diet, you know. Poultry is my thing of choice, you know. Of course, you know, some seafood, you know, like some healthy whitefish and some shrimp. All that's right up my alley, and that's all 0 points on the Weight Watchers community. And there's a community already there waiting for me that I'm already a part of, and I just really wasn't even aware of it or thinking about it until today. It's already a part of something that I've been doing for over a month now. Away from the candy, away from the soda, you know, healthier food choices, cleaner way of living, cleaner way of eating. Something I've been doing for a month now and been calling it low fat, low protein, steady losing support. You know, I've held on to most of my subscribers, and I appreciate all of you that have hung around. But I've got this little petty group of subscribers out there. It's probably more like 2 or 3 people with multiple accounts. And what they'll do on my account is they'll subscribe up, you know, about 10 or 11, and they'll let it hang there, and then they'll drop them. Then they'll drop all down at one time. See, these groups of people out there that I call Pookie, they're actually not as big as they pretend to be. They're actually more like 6 people with multiple accounts trying to pretend to be bigger movement than what it actually is. And they got nothing better to do all day, I suppose. So that's the sad reality of what my channel has been going through since the sugar diet crash. So yeah, I'm all on board to try to, you know, advance more community into my video, into my message. I mean, people have definitely, you know, the vegan or the plant-based people in my comment section have made it very clear to me that who they want to follow, they tell me right in my comments. They want to follow, you know, someone else, you know, who's pushing the message that they believe in. And I don't fault them for that. I don't have no personal ill will toward any of that. We're all grown adults here. We can support whomever and whatever we want. And that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to follow suit the same way you have followed suit. You buried your heads in the sand and ignored everything that's going around. This could have been a movement that we could have all flocked toward, pushed forward with. But everybody wants to point fingers because they don't want to say what the real truth is. The truth is the sugar message just couldn't be defended. Couldn't be. Can't defend it. Too easy to attack. I got attacked in a couple of videos, and it really opened my eyes, to be honest with you. Made me see a lot. Made me see the world that was going around me that I really wasn't paying attention to be honest with you. I see it now. Oh, I see it now. And even though I don't agree with that particular group, you know, and their method of attack, you know, presenting it as, you know, genuine, we care about the situation, when really it's just for clicks and views. Because if that was true, the head of the beast would not, would definitely be the most fit person in the room. And that's just not the case. It's not the case with those, with that group. But at the same time, they're coming with points and facts that I can't argue against. That's why I turned away from the sugar diet, because they're right. They're right. As bad as I hate to admit it. They got some valid points going on. I can't live without protein. Protein is building blocks for healing and everything else. Yeah, you can consume too much, but I haven't done that. I've been pretty portion controlled on my protein, my veggies, and everything else. I pretty much equal mine out. Like that salad I had today, which I ate off of twice. Made 2 big meals out of that. I just always add me some more to it, if I eat too much of it down, like I showed you the other day. But basically that's whole foods, vegetables and fruits and protein, all like a healthy balance type of meal situation. That's how I've been doing it for the entire month. But yeah. Yeah, the 0 Point Weight Watcher, that's a community driven already. And right now I'm in a place where I don't hardly fit in anywhere as far as my YouTube channel goes. But that's me though. I'm right at home with a situation like that, because I am a lone wolf. And I do have my lone wolf subscribers that came with me into this space. And I have gained more lone wolf subscribers since I've gotten here. Yeah. So we're kind of like a lone wolf pack. We handle our business individually, but come together when it's time to move on to better hunting forest, hunting grounds, whatever the case may be, wherever wolves hunt. Around me, they're all in the forest, all in the woods. Here, it's mostly coyote. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this adventure. And I'm letting you know up front that, yeah, I plan on going right full force into it. Full force into it. And it's not that I'm being a faithful little follower or anything like that. It's just something I believe in. My weight loss journey began before the sugar diet this year. I was already counting calories. I was already putting intermittent fasting windows in place. I'm a pretty calorie conscious person. Even when I'm not counting them, I can pretty much tell, when I've done too much and I haven't done enough, by the way I feel, hunger cues and stuff like that. So, with that being said, I've always kind of, kept a window in place, kept a, level head, a good common sense about where my calorie needs are for the day, even when I'm not tracking 100%. I've always been pretty level-headed about those things. With the inception of my channel, which, believe it or not too many people have went to investigate my channel from its very beginning. Its very roots was grounded in a 16-8 intermittent fasting window, which I still believe in. I believe your body deserves some time without food to reset. And that's one place where Cole and I stray away from one another as far as that part goes. But during my 8-hour window, and you can make that window whatever you want. You can make it from 9 to 5 is what I try to focus on, but you can go 10 to 6. You can go 11 to 8 p.m. If that ain't enough time for you to get your food in, The last thing you want to be doing is going to bed with a whole bunch of food to be digesting slowly in your stomach that you're still going to wake up to. That's been part of my biggest problem. Part of my best weight loss success for this year, where I've lost most of this weight, because I'm not sure where I'm at now. I'm probably somewhere sitting around 80 pounds or better now. More, hard to tell. Hard to tell. Since the beginning of the year, hard to tell. But yeah, most of that success you can measure through my intermittent fasting window. Because as far as weight loss and digestion is a big thing that I focus on. That's why I've been implementing the coffee lately, because maybe I've been having a little digestion issue. I implemented that to help. Along with the pickled and fermented vegetables in the salad, digestion plays a role in your well-being, in your weight loss journey, along with time. Time is a factor as well. Time is just as important as diet. A lot of people don't focus on time, you know. But you know, food volume, all of that stuff. I've been preaching all of that stuff. I've been showing it. It's been working. It's been effective. It's funny how you can be one of the biggest people, or one of the largest people in the space that's actually having results, showing results, or, you know, on the verge of showing them. I was just kind of, you know, sitting back this time, you know, waiting for the message to start to spread, but people are headstrong in their ways about, you know, this is bad, that sugar diet works so well. I can't believe you give it up. Well, that's the thing. That's another thing too. He did give it up. Cole did give it up. He gave up the sugar diet. He could have sat on that throne for the entire year, and he could have just made bank. He could have just made bank. But if there's something wrong, he's got the stones enough to create it. So it's not all about the money to him. He's got the stones to try to drive it in a different direction and correct it, even if it means starting over. I ain't got nothing but respect for that. He's not a part of that hive mind, that is for sure. And neither am I. Neither am I. That Pookie crew was trying to say the Cole. I mean, that's the furthest thing from a cult you'll ever find on the internet is Cole Robinson. If there's a cult that surrounding Cole, it's the cult that, you know, is there to troll every darn thing that he puts out or says. There's the cult. Has nothing to do with him. But anyway, I'm gonna end all this here. Tell me what you think down in the comments. I think we finally found a way to move forward, you know, and push some community that's gonna be there for a more positive vibe, so we can get all of this going in the right direction instead of, you know, being steady under attack all the time. It's getting old. It's getting old. All right, folks, that's all I got for this one. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.